Here we are, Wrestling Rampage, and we're going to try something different today. We are going to do a debate, and it is going to be a couple of us from Wrestling Rampage talking about the 5 worst wrestling factions in history. And before we get started, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage. Follow us on Twitter, @WrestleRampage. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we know you're watching. And here we are with the top 5 worst wrestling factions in history. And you have anything to add before we get started? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so this is the top 5 worst wrestling factions.
Yes, yes.
So probably after you're done hearing this, you probably want to take a shit. So yeah, let's get to these worst factions.
All right. Coming in at number 5, it is the Union from the WWF. Now, what do you think about the Union?
What do I think of the Union?
Yeah.
The only talented motherfuckers I seen in that group was Big Show and Mankind. Shamrock wasn't that talented.
Test was.
Test was okay.
Yeah.
And then definitely Vince ain't no talent.
And they just didn't fit together like, and they only lasted a few months. It was like they just shoved a bunch of mid-carders together, really, when you sit there and you look at it.
Well, Mankind and Big Show weren't mid-carders, but
in my opinion, they were.
But Mankind's not no mid-card.
Well, Mankind ain't, but Big Show is.
Yeah, but Big Show had more talent than goddamn Shamrock.
That's debatable.
Because to me, Shamrock wasn't that good any goddamn way. I don't see how he got the Intercontinental title, to be honest with you.
You have anything to say about the Union besides that?
It was the shits, and I didn't give a fuck about it, to be honest with you. It was the shits. I didn't care. It was just a bunch of fucking guys. You don't do the Union here. They come with fucking 2x4s and shit like that. Like anyone cares. Then, and what they were doing were feuding with fucking Shane's Ministry of Darkness, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't make much sense. And coming in at shittiest number 4 is the $1 Million Corporation, ran by Ted DiBiase in the WWF. It was a not very good faction whatsoever, especially when you have old ass Nikolai Volkov in it.
Yeah, how old was he? About 50 then?
Yeah, and he used to come out wearing this like scent suit with the little scent sign on it.
Well, I guess in Russia you get pennies and nickels and dimes.
And you had fucking King Kong Bundy, which I didn't understand why he was in the damn thing anyway.
Well, you know Bundy. The only main event spot I seen that fat fucker get was against Hulk Hogan.
Oh, WrestleMania 2.
Yeah.
The cage match.
After that, all I saw was a bunch of shit, actually.
I didn't like Bundy. You know, he always wanted 5. You know, count to 5. You know, fuck you, okay? You're going to get 3 just like everybody else. And, I didn't really find him all that talented. And then you also have a main event spot versus The Undertaker, WrestleMania 13. Come on now.
Oh, fuck. The Undertaker had to carry that fat ass.
Then Tatanka, you suck. You always have.
Oh, Chief J. Strongbow's son, I see. Yeah, the old lumpy Indian garbage. Yeah, I didn't give 2 shits about that.
Which I understand what they did. They had that Lex Luger feud thing going on, and they turned his back on Lex.
In my opinion, Tatanka sucked regardless anyway, so I don't know where they found this fucking guy.
Then they had 1, 2, 3 Kid there at one time.
Which I did see it fit perfectly because he feuded with Razor Ramon after that. Guess Razor ran out of opponents.
That's pretty much how it went.
Yeah.
And, managed by the great Ted DiBiase.
And Then they had IRS.
Yeah.
Which was pretty good. He's a good talent. You know, better than Bundy or Nikolai.
Oh, and Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah, don't forget Bam Bam Bigelow. That's one that I thought was really good.
One of the greatest big men in the wrestling business.
But I didn't think he should have been in that shitty group.
Yeah.
I would have checked myself out of that too. I would have quit too. And then you forgot who else? Sid. You know, remember they had Sid in there. And to me, Sid's alright, you know. And he had a main event push in that $1 Million Corporation too when he took on Diesel. And those matches were the shits, by the way.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything with Kevin Nash and Sid.
Yeah, how the hell are you going to have a good match out of that?
You know, look at WCW for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 3, we have the Spirit Squad. And before we get on a little rant about this, I'm going to have to say that, yes, they were stuck with a shitty-ass gimmick getting over fucking cheerleaders. We gotta point that out, by the way. How the fuck are you supposed to get over with a cheerleader gimmick?
Well, see, the reason why you can't get over the cheerleader gimmick because it's WWE. They always got to give you the shits. And, you know, and they had some talented people in that group. Johnny Jeter, Dolph Ziggler, which was Nikki.
Yeah, who eventually became Dolph Ziggler and now is one of the biggest stars in WWE right now.
Yeah, and
you have
Kenny Dykstra.
Yeah, which he left WWE afterwards,
Yeah.
and so did Johnny Jeter. Left afterwards too because he got fed up with the wrestling business and wanted out because of what WWE did to him, making him a fucking cheerleader.
Yeah, and then they had Mike Mondo,
who's doing indie work right now and fucking doing a fantastic job at it.
And then they had shitty ass Mitch, which I didn't see why the fuck Mitch was there. He was a piece of shit. I didn't see that motherfucker have one match. All right, the only match I seen that son of a bitch have was the Survivor Series. Wow, I got payday for Survivor Series. Oh, let me get Spinebuster by Ron Simmons.
Well, hold on. I want to look into the camera right here and say, Mitch.
How the fuck did you get Tori Wilson?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How the fuck did you fuck Tori Wilson? Is what I want to know.
How the fuck did you do that there, cowboy?
I want to know. I want to know that secret.
Yeah, please tell us there, Nick.
Because you were a fucking jobber.
God damn it. I want to know how the fuck you did get Tori Wilson. I really did. How the fuck did fucking Mitch, he was Cowboy Nick Mitchell or some shit, I don't fucking know. He's a fucking developmental jobber, in my opinion. I don't see how he got, fuck, I'm glad you were in the Spirit Squad, because you were the shits. You're probably still the shits. And look, you lost Tori Wilson anyway, probably. I don't fucking know. I don't see how you got her anyway.
To that baseball player.
Yeah, you lost to a baseball player. I don't know if he's pitcher or catcher. I don't know.
Might be doing both. But anyway, I will have to say that all of them except for Mitch were talented, great wrestlers. They came from all over to developmental in OVW, and they got over in OVW, and they didn't have anything for them in WWE, and they're like, oh, we'll put you in a cheerleader gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the fuck you gonna get cheerleaders over? And then another thing that didn't help them, they had a feud with DX, so that don't help any.
And DX buries everybody. Look at the tag team division in 2008. You guys destroyed it.
Yeah, you did. All because of their egos, you know. Hickenbottom has an ego, you know. Slow-Pitted Caveman has an ego. Fucking big-nosed motherfucker.
All right, and coming in at number 2 is the Dungeon of Doom in WCW.
Oh, yeah. I call this the Hulk Hogan Foundation. Because in 94, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
94, 95, somewhere in there.
Yeah, right around there.
That's when Hogan came and now this is verbatim. This is true. He didn't want to work with a serious character. So that's why he worked with these cartoon characters like fucking Kamala and goddamn fucking Zodiac. Like, who gives a fuck about the Butcher anyway? Who gives a fuck about Brutus Beefcake anyway, to be honest? I don't give a fuck about him. He's a Hulk Hogan kiss ass. So,
yeah.
And Kevin Sullivan, yeah, he did the Dungeon of Doom, but I don't think he was happy with it. I wouldn't be. Who would be with a bunch of cartoon characters?
And who was it doing Kevin Sullivan, my son, Taskmaster, King Curtis?
Yeah.
You know, fucking with the face paint on and being the fucking god or something like that.
And then they brought in fucking Earthquake as Shark, and brought in fucking Brutus Beefcake as fucking Zodiac, brought in
Haku.
Yeah, brought in Haku, Ming, brought in, who else? They brought in fucking, Tiny Lister as the G Gangsta. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I remember that shit.
And
don't forget the Yeti. They were on fire with the
Yeti.
Yeti.
The Yeti!
Oh, they were on fire with that Yeti.
Oh, well, all I have to say is WCW were on fire at that time.
Yeah, you were on fucking fire in 95.
But anyway.
I see how you beat Raw in the ratings there. Yeah.
But, you know, it was something that wasn't very serious, and it was more cartoonish, and it sucked ass, and nobody really cared. You know, that's just the way it goes.
That's true. No one gave a fuck about who gives a fuck about the Yeti?
And anyway, we'll go on to number 1. Shittiest wrestling faction in professional wrestling history goes to...
The No Limit Soldiers. Make them say, ugh.
Correctamundo there. The No Limit Soldiers in WCW in the dwindling years. And I'm sorry, I didn't understand why they were put together. I know they had Master P under contract doing some stuff.
Oh yeah, they had Master P, a one-hit wonder. Yeah.
And you had Rey Mysterio.
And Conan. Rey, and you had Conan. You had Brad Armstrong,
which
BA,
Brad Armstrong.
And you had these two fucking muscle guys. I don't know their fucking names.
Swole and 4x4.
There you go. How would I know their names?
I seen them on WCW Saturday Night because they were jobbers.
Well, good. That's where they belonged.
And the only one that didn't really fit in the group was Brad Armstrong. Like, how the fuck did he get in that group? Is what I want to know.
He listens to Willie Nelson music. How the fuck you put him in a hip hop gimmick?
And the one thing I gotta say is they had, you know, what made me laugh about it is they were going. Their biggest feud ever was with the West Texas Rednecks.
Oh yeah, with Barry Windham, Kurt Hennig, Bobby Duncombe, and Kendall, the weak link, Kendall.
Oh, Curly Bill.
Oh, don't forget Virgil now.
Curly Bill.
Oh God, don't forget Virgil. Oh man, you can't forget Virgil, one of the greatest talents I've ever seen in my life. You can't forget about him. That motherfucker got paid millions of dollars and just fucking ride on the NWO coattails. Well, same thing with the fucking West Texas Rednecks. He rode on Kurt and all them guys. Yeah.
Well, there you go. The worst.
Like anyone gives a fuck about Darius Rucker looking like before Darius Rucker.
Well, there you go. 5 of the worst, the shittiest wrestling factions in wrestling history.
Well, you know what I got to do now? It feels like I got to take a shit after hearing all these 5 shitty factions.
I'm right behind you, actually. But, you know, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/TheWrestlingRampage. Also, follow us on Twitter @WrestleRampage. And also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget that if there's anything you want us to do as far as debates, write us in, you know, comments, whatever, Q&As, we do reviews. Just let us know in the comments. Let us know on Twitter, Facebook, whatever, and we'll do it. And thanks for watching.